Dah keluar belum yang recording tu? Okey dah.
Okay, so Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Muhammad SYAHMI bin SAFRI and my metric number is A182452. And I am very pleased to be able to welcome everyone to our meeting. So, first of all, can you guys introduce yourself?
So hello, my name is Muhammad IQMAL bin Muhammad RODZI, and my matrix number is A182714.
Hi, my name is SABRINA binti AHMAD and my metric number is A179297.
Hi, my name is SHARRENA binti SAIFULLAH with matrix number of A149014.
Hello everyone, my name is IZZAH KAMILAH binti RAHIM and my metric number is A108650.
So, thank you everyone for joining. On this meeting, we will discuss about a topic that are somewhat indirectly related to all of us, which is how social media is changing peer pressure. There are many social media platforms available today. Statista reported that in Malaysia, there are up to 26.72 million social media users in Malaysia, and it is estimated that there will be around 30.4 million users by 2025. Platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are the most common social media that are used by the Malaysian. Among those, there are 12.2% of Malaysia's population using social media is between the ages of 5 to 12, and another 7.5% between 13 to 17. This rise a concerning matter regarding the teenagers who are very vulnerable and easily influenced by peer pressure, especially on trending. Recently, there are cases reported in United States where 12 years old boy from Oklahoma and 9 years old kid from Tennessee found dead after doing one trend in TikTok, which called the Blackout Challenge. So, do anyone have any update regarding this issue?
I would like to share about the Blackout Challenge. The Blackout Challenge, also known as the fainting game or choking game, is a dangerous trend that involves people deliberately cutting off their own air supply to achieve a temporary high or feeling of euphoria. This trend can involve different methods such as hyperventilation, choking, or drowning. It has been seen in several cases on TikTok where users post video of themselves engaging in these dangerous activities, usually set to popular music. This challenge is very dangerous and can cause serious injury or death. And this challenge proved to be dangerous because it already involved death. This can be proven by the case of event in the United States. And what made me sad that the individual involved are only between 9 to 12 years old. And this is very heartbreaking to hear. The age limit for the use of TikTok is at least 13 years old. So I wonder how can these children under this age still be able to access application like TikTok? And this is very worrying. So what about you guys? Do you guys have any view about this issue?
I have some thoughts on this matter. So, in my opinion, the nasal spray pen challenge from TikTok is also something that's related to this matter. Doctors have quickly warned against the challenge that resulted in sickness after the use of a nasal spray said to cause tan skin went viral on TikTok. According to a dermatologist, Dr. Melissa Levin, many young women who participated in the trend experienced nausea, stomach aches, and even melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer. Dermatologists advise the public to stop using the sprays immediately because they were not FDA approved. This particular challenge taught many people about the dangers of using social media platforms like TikTok to replace a doctor. Other than that, there is also a case where two Broward Country teenagers were arrested in late June for firing an Orbis gun at civilians, an idea they got from TikTok. The teenagers were taking part in the Orbis challenge, which involves filling a toy gun with water beads. When these water beads meet one's skin, they can become frozen, making them harder and more painful. And this type of social media challenge is illegal. Pointing a firearm, even a pellet gun, at someone is not a joke and can have a serious consequence. Furthermore, these pellets have the potential to injure or damage other people's property.
So thank you, Izzah. That sound very reckless. So may I ask Sabrina, can you talk about a little bit about social media in general?
Yes, sure. Thank you, Zul and Izzah. I see your point. So overall, social media has become intertwined with teenagers' lives. Most teens own smartphones that have unlimited availability to the internet and social media apps. Social media allows a person to accept requests from followers or friends, which provides access to the person's profile, photos, and posts. For most people, this is a convenient way to keep in touch with family and friends. However, teens who use social media are susceptible to social media addiction. When teens have an addiction to social media, their homework, real-life social interactions, and self-esteem can suffer. Social media addiction is a behavioral disorder that teens develop that causes them to be preoccupied and obsessed with social media. The teen addicted to social media is distracted from everyday life and real-life relationships with family and friends. This can become a mental health issue for your children.
Thank you, Sabrina. Can I add one more point about addicted to social media?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Have we ever wondered why teens are very addicted to social media? So
I think
I found several reasons. So the first reason that comes to mind when talking about why our generation is addicted to social media is probably because of the fear of missing out or FOMO, while some don't care if they are the first one to see new posts by someone popular in their school or even a celebrity. Teens often give a lot of attention to their phone so they can see and understand what's going on in the world in terms of pop culture. Basically, it's the fear that many teenagers have that if they don't go on social media, they will miss out on a huge event or something that they deem as important. Often in school, a student peer may be discussing a post or video that they also and share the previous day. And if that student wasn't on social media at that time, they may feel left out of the conversation and not as engaged in it as well. Another reason why teenagers today obsess over social media is that their profile dictate how they appear to others. That is, the more likes or followers they have, the more popular and envious they become of as to others. Some teens may constantly be on social media platform to hunt for more followers, make their post the best as they can be, or find a way to get more likes on their post. So that's my opinion on why teens are addicted to social media.
Thank you, Zul. So may I know any other reason behind this matter? Maybe Meshayu can give us a point.
Yes, thank you, Shami, for the point. For my points is that the current changes that needs to be done in these issues is for the peer pressure. So my point of view about peer pressure or influence is when you do something because you want to feel accepted and valued by your friends. So peer influence can be either positive or negative. So coping well with peer influence is about getting the right balance and fitting in with your groups. If you stay connected with preteens and teenagers and build their confidence, it can help them cope with the peer influence. So peer influence is, for my understanding is when you choose to do something you wouldn't otherwise do because you want to feel accepted and valued by your friends. In these trends, it is very peer pressure influence it result in many teenagers doing something bad, either by choosing some clothes, hairstyles, and jewelry of their friends, listening to the same music or watching the same TVs as their friends, changing the way they talk, the words they use, or doing risky things like these issues or breaking rules, working harder at school or not working as hard, dating or taking part in sexual activities, smoking or using alcohol or other drugs. So this coping well with the peer pressure is very important uh, by the peers so that they can get the right balance between being themselves and fitting in with their groups.
So thank you, MESHAYU. Izzah, do you have anything to add?
Yes, I have my
Yeah.
thoughts on this matter.
Changes in your child's behavior, eating or sleeping patterns, which you think because of your friends, it might be time to have talk with your child. Some mood and behavior changes are normal in preteens and teenagers. It is worrying if your child seems to be in a low mood for them more than 2 weeks or their low mood is more than something they normally enjoy. I think you might need support for their mental health. So the warning sign include of the mental health is the low moods, tearfulness, or feeling of confused, aggressions, and antisocial behaviors, sudden changes in behaviors, trouble falling asleep, loss of appetite, reluctance to go to school, or if you're concerned, start taking your child to the nearest doctors and get with appropriate prescription. Thank you.
Sorry for the inconvenient matter just now, MESHAYU. So Izzah, do you have anything to add just now?
Yes, I think I have some thoughts on this matter. So I think misinterpretation of norms is another reason why children participate in these dangerous challenges. Teenagers' brains are constantly attempting to determine what is normal and whether they fit in with the majority. Because there are a few posts for the Blackout challenge, for example, in the newsfeed, they may believe everyone is participating, even if it's only a few people with such poor judgment. The other reason is simple and clear, which is attention. TikTok trends are determined by tags and algorithms that promote particular content. Participating in a harmless TikTok challenge, such as the Celebrity Look-Like Challenge, generates content that the app has previously identified as popular. This decreases the likelihood of it appearing in other users' feed and being noticed. Dangerous TikTok challenges, on the other hand, produce more visually appealing content, too, which increases engagement. TikTok users, according to a recent study, are more receptive to influence than users of the other social media apps. They too want to engage, and the best way to do so is to create compelling content.
Thank you, Izzah. So may I ask Sabrina, do you have anything else to share regarding this matter from your point of view?
Yes, Shahmi. First of all, I agree with MESHAYU and also Izzah. So after all, we can clarify a few signs of social media addiction. Parents can look for a few signs if they think their teen might have an addiction to social media. A significant warning sign is that your teen always feel the need to constantly be online. Secondly, if they experience anxiety or withdrawal symptoms when not on social media. Another sign of social media addiction is if your teen use social media to escape reality or numb their emotions. An addicted teen often forgoes real-life social interactions to spend more time on social media. If your children are skipping out on hanging out with friends or family to stay home and be on their phones, this is a cause for concern. They might also isolate themselves from the people and activities they used to enjoy to be instead online. Your teen's mental health can be impacted by social media addiction. If they experience anxiety, depression, or low self-esteem, this could be signs that they are addicted. These symptoms are often a result of comparing themselves to others on social media and feeling like they don't measure up. That's my point of view.
So this is indeed a very serious matter. So may I ask Zul, do you have any suggestion or recommendation for authorities and government on how to tackle this issue?
Thank you, Shami, for the questions. My suggestion is educate. Educating young people about the potential risks and danger associated with social media use is important for their safety and well-being. Some of the main risks associated with social media use include cyberbullying, online harassment, exposure to inappropriate content, and the potential for personal information to be shared without consent. To mitigate these risks, young people can be taught about the importance of maintaining privacy settings, being cautious about what they post online, and being aware of the potential consequences of their online action. They should also be taught to be critical consumer of information and to be aware of the potential misinformation and manipulation on social media. For me, it is also important to teach young people about the potential negative effect of excessive social media use, such as decreased face-to-face communication skill, reduced attention span, and increased risk of depression and anxiety. Next, I think encouraging healthy habits such as setting times limit for social media use, taking regular breaks, and engaging in other activities can help to reduce this risk. Finally, it's important for educators and parents to lead by example and model healthy social media use. Encouraging open dialogue and creating a safe space for young people to talk about their experience with social media can also be beneficial. So, what about others? Did you guys have any other opinion or suggestion?
Yes, I have. In my few research studies and that I have explored on the net, I explored that how parental communication influences children's body image. Some studies have looked at parental communication orientations and the development of eating problems without distinguishing between mothers and the father's communication styles and between the daughters and the son's body dissatisfactions. In addition, no study has compared the influence of family communications versus peer pressure on young adults' body image perceptions. This related to the current investigations that we are attempted to fill that to void. The result of the survey conducted among 283 college students shows that the support for developmental and social comparison theories that argue that the fear influence in adolescence is more significant than parents' influence. Peer pressure is unavoidable and most often negative, especially for girls. Too much parental control can also negatively influence how college-age women and men feel about their bodies. This is especially true for the opposite sex parents. So my peer coverage for the TikTok trends is on the TikTok trust and safety teams. It's very important for the TikTok trust and safety teams to protect the users and defend the company reputations by investigating a similar incidents and privacy to allege if it was to abide by their own rules or to keep the preteens or the teenagers off the apps all the way. In my current readings about the TikTok's partners with the Trust and Safety Professional Associations, announcing that the partnering with the Trust and Safety Professional Association (TSPA) so that every trust and safety professionals at TikTok is now have a membership to TSPA. Their memberships allows them to access resources for career development, participate in workshops and events, and connect with the network of peers across the industry. So I understand that they strive to create an engaging and supportive work environment for the employees and to the safety teams especially. The TikTok trust and safety teams is very important to keep the platform safe and welcoming the global community so that they can enforce the community guideline so that the people can be creative and have fun with the platform without unexpectedly viewing content and violate the policy. These employees are challenged with staying ahead of evolving violate content violative content and making equitable and consistent policies and moderation decisions on potentially violative user-generated content. Providing access to well-being and resiliency programs is critical for the TikTok to support the employees through these immensely difficult challenges. Thank you.
All right, so that's from government perspective. How about from individual and parents' perspective? Maybe Sabrina can share something on that.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. I agree with Zul and Meshayu's point. Instead of authorities, the individual himself needs to play a vital role. Things they can do to break social media addiction are first, delete apps or disable notifications from social media. Most people check into social media mindlessly, so put a small barrier in the way by turning off notifications. If you don't see a social media icon or alert every time you pick up your phone, you are less likely to spend time there. Second, set limits and stick to them. Most phones and tablets allow you to see the time you have spent on certain apps. So set a limit for your time spent on social media and stick to it, or use an app that blocks social media after you have hit your limit. For teens, the American Academy of Pediatrics also recommends that social media use not interfere with activities like family meals, exercise, or unplugged downtime. And the last thing you can do is dedicate time to hobbies or activities. A hobby or new activity can help curb your desire to check in on social media. The idea here is to fill out your free time with things that you enjoy that are good for you. Naturally, you will find less time to be on social media and more time to be present in life, and hopefully even socialize in person instead of through a screen.
Thank you very much, Sabrina. Thank you, everyone, for all those meaningful points. As we discussed, it can be concluded that people are easily influenced by peer pressure, especially those teenagers on doing social media challenge. So, it is important for everyone to take part in knowing what are our friends doing and what other kids are up to. Parents and adults must play a crucial role in this matter to monitor these young people from doing reckless challenge that will harm themselves as they are the future of the country. So thank you everyone for your time. And I hope to see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.